Yo, welcome back to the house where we talk news, celebrities, and hot topics. I want to go ahead and talk about Porsha the Williams Guabadia. Just Porsha Williams and Lenithia Leaks. So they were supposed to do an episode of The Upshaws on Netflix. Now, I have never seen The Upshaws. I saw Michelle Brown's commentary on this topic. She ain't never seen The Upshaws. I saw Busy Blue's commentary on this topic. He ain't ever seen The Upshaws. It seems like everybody knows what The Upshaws is, but ain't nobody ever watched it. Allegedly, okay? Are you guys watching The Upshaws? I'm just a little bit confused at the situation. I feel like it's been on for a while now, but I just don't know anybody who's watched it. So let me know if you guys are watching that. I'm not a sitcom girly. If I'm going to do comedy, then I like to watch like romantic comedies. But mostly I like drama. I like drama. Or documentaries or reality TV, but I'm not a sitcom. I stopped watching sitcoms when I was like 12. Anyways, y'all let me know how y'all feel about that. Are you guys watching The Upshaws? So supposedly Nene was doing an episode of Upshaws. She was going to do a scene side by side with Porsha Williams. Porsha Williams, allegedly, according to Lenithia Leaks, told production over there at Netflix that she wanted to pull out of doing the show because she had issues with Nene in the past. Which I'm going to go ahead and echo Nene's sentiments. That is extremely disappointing. Now, why do they have issues? Well, we have the text messages thanks to Straight from the A, Michelle Brown. Shout out to her. She basically gave the girls the text messages. And so we're going to go ahead and read that. But basically, in a nutshell, they ended up replacing Porsha with Cynthia Bailey. And then Nene and Cynthia Bailey ended up doing the guest starring role onto The Upshaws, the show that we ain't ever seen before, okay? After it was all said and done, Lenithia then took to iMessage to send Porsha the Williams a message, and this is what it said. Hey Porsha, I hope you are doing well. I am shocked to hear that we have issues and you didn't want to work with me. Wow, just wow. We have double dated a few times, Vegas, Miami, your home, etc. It's sad to hear. We have hung out in Dubai. You were texting me about housewives. This is sad. We are black women that need to work, not stopping each other from working. Okay. And then Porsha responded and said, yeah, all of that and through all of this, and this is your first text? How? Who and how the F do you not even check on Lil Sis? Enough said. You chose a side, and I'm good with that. People be weird as She went on to say, I've shown loyalty time and time, and I've also shown concern and genuine love during all of your hardships, but I've never gotten it in return. It's cool, though. When people move differently, so do I. Nene responded and said, you are wrong in every way, okay? You are wrong. Nothing you are saying is valid enough to go to a production company and say you do not want to work with Nene because we've had past issues. I gave you your space. I didn't want to invade your privacy. I didn't want to seem nosy. I wanted to wait until I saw you in person. I was excited about working with you. As far as Nene and Simon are concerned, they have their relationship and I have nothing to do with that. I only speak to Simon and keep it moving. So Nene, or I guess Porsha, is letting it be known to Nene that the reason why she went to Netflix and said that she's had past issues with Nene, which is, I think that's technically a lie. The reason why you didn't want to be on The Upshaws is because you have current issues with Nene. But I believe Porsha is expressing that the reason why she has current issues with Nene is because Nene didn't reach out to her following the news of her divorce from Mr. $40 million man by the name of Simon Guobadia. Now, what we learned from Michelle and some of the other girls is that the real tea is, or the true heart of the issue, is that Yoni, Nene's boyfriend, is friends with Simon. Yoni Man and Simon have been hanging out. Yoni Man is receiving all of the tea about Porsha the Williams Guobadia and their divorce, her divorce from Simon. He's receiving all of the tea from Simon because they're friends. Yoni Man is then going back to the Waldorf Astoria or wherever Nene lives. And it's pillow talking with Nene. Shout out to that episode of Real Housewives of Atlanta. Remember Pillow Talk? He's going back to the Waldorf and telling Nene all the tea. He's telling Nene all the tea. And Nene has this tea. And I don't think that the tea is necessarily, making Porsha the Williams look positive. There's no positive spin on this tea as far as Porsha is concerned. So Nene has this tea mixed in with the fact that she ain't never reached out to Porsha following the news of the divorce. And so I guess in Porsha's head, she calculated this conclusion that Nene done chose a side. Now, everybody's feelings is valid. You know, if Porsha wants to feel a ways, then she can feel a ways. If she wants to feel a ways that, you know, Nene is not being supportive in the moment, then fine. It is what it is, and it's going to be what it's going to be. But I definitely have to 100% agree with Nene when she says whatever you're saying is not valid enough. Okay, your feelings are valid, but they're not valid enough for you to then go to Netflix and the production company over there at the Upshaws and tell them the reason why you want to back out of the episode is because we've had issues in the past. The reason why this is so problematic is because you already know that Nene is quote unquote blackballed. You guys are on opposite ends of the spectrum. Porsha recently got a scripted deal with NBC Universal. And we know that Lanithia Leakes is quote unquote blackballed from NBC Universal. Okay, Porsha, you're liable to work. You're liable to be on any NBC Universal network and take a job, right? Nene is not offered those opportunities at this moment. So to me, you going to Netflix and saying that the reason why you want to back out is because you've had past issues with Nene, I kind of feel like one is petty. I kind of feel like two, you're putting a stain on her name. You're furthering the stain on Nene's name that she's difficult and hard to work with. And three, I just kind of feel like you're furthering blackballing the blackballed. You are further cementing the blackballing of the already blackballed. We know that, you know, Nene Leakes has been on every platform saying that she's been blackballed and that she couldn't work and she couldn't find a job and that NBC Universal was trying to stop her bags. Now, do I feel like NBC was actively stopping her bags? No. Do I feel like NBC Universal don't want to work with her? Absolutely. Do I feel like they're going to CBS or Paramount or Netflix and saying don't work with Nene? No, I don't believe that they're saying that. But this is the way she feels. So if you know this lady already feels blackballed, why would you further stain her name and go to Netflix and the production over there and say, oh, I have issues with Nene? If you really didn't want to do the show, the Upshaws, that damn bad, you could have came up with any other excuse. You could have told the production, I'm going through a divorce right now and I really don't have the time to learn 5 lines. I don't have the emotional bandwidth to fly out to LA and learn 5 lines for this guest starring role. I'm going through a stressful time in my life. I really don't have time to learn 5 lines. I don't have time to sit in somebody's dressing room and get dolled up to learn 5 lines and stand beside Nene and do this. I just can't do it. I have a scheduling conflict. Or I just signed a deal with NBC Universal and there's a exclusivity clause or a non-compete clause. I can't do scripted shows with Netflix. Sorry. Or maybe I just don't feel like it. I don't feel like it. I don't feel like learning the 5 lines. But you purposely went to those people at Netflix and threw Lanithia under the bus. I just kind of feel like that is wrong. Wrong road. At that point, you have passed the point of no return. You have passed the point of being a bad friend. That is just being a bad person. I'm sorry. Now, as far as Nene is concerned, I feel 2 ways. I'm going to go ahead and assume that the reason why she went to Instagram with this information is to throw Porsha under the bus publicly because Porsha threw her under the bus to Netflix. At the same time, I feel like this does make Nene look unprofessional. You are known to be difficult. You are, well, I don't want to say she's known to be difficult, but you know, she doesn't have the best reputation in Hollywood. She has a reputation of, you know, suing her employers and calling them racist. And I guess that is, you know, in part being difficult. Right. And so I feel like her coming out with this and saying, oh, yeah, Porsha, she was supposed to be on the show and she was going to wear silver. But then they replaced her with, you know, Cynthia Bailey and this, that, and the third. And we were supposed to do a guest starring role. And we had these lines and yada yada this on a Tuesday, on a Wednesday, and we signed a contract and they flew me out. What if Netflix, the production company over there, the Upshaws and Ken Fields didn't want all that information to be known? What if they didn't want all that information to be out there? It gives off the appearance of Nene being unprofessional. But at the same time, I get it. I understand why she would want to throw Porsha under the bus because Porsha threw her under the bus. And then just Overall, I feel like the whole thing is petty. If we take the Upshaws out of it, right? Let's say Nene was still on the Housewives. Porsha would still have to show up to work, even though Nene didn't text her after the divorce news came out. You would still have to do a scene with Nene, at least a group scene with Nene. And so what is the difference between y'all being on Housewives and having issues and then y'all being on the Upshaws and having issues? Y'all, my girl Porsha is clicking down and I don't know what to say about the situation. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about everything. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to create a great day.